The Rude Princess. In the kingdom of Veloria, where the roses grew twice as red and the fountains sang instead of splashing, lived Princess Lyrian. Everyone agreed she was the most beautiful girl in 7 realms. Golden hair. Unfortunately, she was also the rudest. She never said please. She never said thank you. One crisp autumn morning, Lyrian swept into the great hall wearing her favorite sapphire gown and an expression that could curdle milk. She pushed the tray away. Take it, feed it to the pigs, or eat it yourself, I don't care. Just get it out of my sight. And Tobin, who still believed princesses were supposed to be kind, bowed so low his nose nearly brushed the floor tiles and ran. This peach is bruised. It fell from the tree an hour ago, Your Highness, Tobin whispered. Then the tree should have caught it better. She pushed the tray away. Take it, feed it to the pigs, or eat it yourself, I don't care. Just get it out of my sight. Tobin carried the tray away. But today the wind changes. That afternoon a traveling peddler arrived at the castle gates. He wore a coat patched in every color of twilight and carried a basket that smelled faintly of cinnamon and secrets. Lyrian, passing through the courtyard on her way to torment the harp teacher, saw the peddler and stopped. You there, old man. Show me something worth looking at. I have a mirror, he said, that shows only truth. This one is different. He lifted a small, round glass framed in black and silver. It shows the truth of hearts, not faces. She snatched it. At first, she saw only her own reflection, perfect, imperious, radiant. Then the surface rippled like pond water after a stone. And she saw herself. Not the golden princess, but a small, pinched creature made of ice and thorns. Every rude word she'd ever spoken had become a tiny black spike growing from her skin. Every time she'd refused gratitude, a new crack appeared in her chest. The more she looked, the heavier the spikes became, until the creature in the mirror could barely stand beneath their weight. Lyrian dropped the mirror. It didn't break. It simply lay there, shining quietly. She stared at her own hands. They looked the same, long fingers, perfect nails, but she could suddenly feel the invisible weight she'd been carrying for years. The peddler watched her with kind, unhurried eyes. Some truths are polite enough to wait until you're ready to hear them, he said. Others aren't. Lyrian's throat worked. She looked around the courtyard. Servants had paused mid-task. Guards had turned their heads. Even the sparrows on the walls seemed to be listening. She swallowed once, twice. Then, very quietly, so quietly that only the nearest 3 people heard, she said, I'm sorry. The words tasted strange, like drinking spring water after years of only wine. The spikes in the mirror shrank a fraction. Not gone. Not yet. But smaller. She looked at Tobin, who was still holding the tray she'd rejected that morning. Tobin, she said, and her voice cracked on his name. May I, please, have the peach? He blinked so hard his eyelashes fluttered. Then he smiled, the first real smile anyone had seen directed at her in years, and held out the bruised fruit. It's still good, he said. Lyrian took it, bit into it. Juice ran down her chin and she didn't wipe it away. It is, she whispered. The peddler tipped his hat, gathered his basket, and slipped out of the gate before anyone could offer him gold. Some say he still wanders the roads of Veloria, selling mirrors to people who think they're already perfect. And Princess Lyrian? She still forgets, please, sometimes. She still snaps when she's tired. But every morning she looks at her reflection not in magic glass, but in the ordinary silver one above her dressing table, and she practices saying thank you until the words feel less foreign. The roses in the garden are still twice as red. The fountains still sing. And once in a while, when no one important is watching, a very rude princess smiles at a servant, and means it.